Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, I know my last video was an FFAR best class setup sort of video, but a new season's dropped. There's been a couple of patches, so I have made a couple of changes to my top 5 classes, so I thought I'd update you guys on that. So, kicking it off with the first class is a 74U with a Diamati and Stun Semtex trophy system, Flat Jacket, Attack Mask, and Ninja. This is my go-to class. This is the class you'll see me using most. Now on the 74U, I've got the Spetsnaz compensator. Helps with the vertical recoil, means you can beam people off headers quite quickly. And then extended barrel, foregrip, grew elastic wrap, and the KGB skeletal stock. I would recommend using these. The speed grip's not so good anymore. This used to be the meta, but since they nerfed the speed of the subs, I'd really go for the foregrip just to reduce the horizontal recoil control. So that's my go-to class. You'll see me using this on most of my videos. Yeah. Now, I've recently made a change from the 1911 to the Diamati just because I thought it was a little bit more reliable. And the attachments I have on that are the muzzle brake, which provides a vertical recoil control. The 7.8 extended, which is bullet velocity, steady aim laser, 24 round magazine, and the speed take for the quick ADS. Really, I've selected these attachments because they have pretty much no negatives. Other than that one, but that's just reload speed. But when you've got 24 in a magazine, who needs quick reload? And this is the class setup and the attachments I have on all of my Diamati. All of my Diamati uses. I then have Stun, Semtex, and Trophy. This is pretty much meta across all of the classes I have. Stun or Flash, actually. But Stun can be a bit more annoying as it's not GA yet on League play. Yeah, so that's class. Obviously, Lawbreaker to enable me to have Flat Striker and Tac Mask. Obviously, when you're running and gunning, you need to be you're prone to a lot of grenades and a lot of tacticals. So this really helps to just make sure you don't get caught up with them. Moving on to the next class is going to be an identical class to what you've seen in my previous top 5 classes video, and this is just a stacked Krig. So this is a Krig with the gunfighter attachment, the wildcard on, and the attachments are as follows. We have the Millstop Reflex. I'm toying between this and the Microflex LED, but I just chop and change it as and when. They're both really good, so whatever suits your personal preference. I then have the Infantry Compensator to reduce the vertical recoil a lot. The Ranger Barrel to help with the bullet velocity. Steady aim laser. The Field Agent Grip to really reduce the recoil. So this is literally, with that and the Infantry Compensator, this Krig class is literally a turret. It has no recoil, and you can beam people across the map very easily with it. I then have the 40 round magazine, the Airborne Elastic Wrap, and the Raider stock. Yeah, so that's what I have. And for me, that's the best Krig class I can find. I then also pair that with the Diamati, same as my other one. Again, Stun, Semtex Trophy, Flak Jacket, Assassin, and Ninja. Now, with Gunfighter, you can't have 2 of the same perk, so I chose to choose Flak Jacket over Tac Mask, just due to the fact that Flak Jacket can save your life more often than Tac Mask, so I decided to go with that. Second perk, really it's up to you. I choose Assassin because when you're close to streaks, getting that extra score for killing someone else on streaks really does help your chances of obtaining that kill streak. And especially when you're an AR sitting back and just taking shots, Assassin's very important to just increase your score potential. Really, this also sort of helps you the score per minute as well when you use this. So if you're interested in that, Assassin's quite good to use. I'd also use Gearhead as well, which means you can just have constant trophies. So yeah, either Assassin or Gearhead I'd choose, and obviously Ninja is the third, which is the same on every single class I have. Now the next class is the exact same class setup I described in my last video, where I dropped an absolute killer 44-9 gameplay with it on League Play, so make sure you check that out if you've missed it. So I'll run through it quite quickly. This is going to be the FFAR with the Ranger Barrel, Field Agent Grip, 38 round magazine, Airborne Elastic Wrap, and the Raider stock. For me, this is the best I can find. It reduces the recoil as much as possible, and ensures that the mobility is good and you can still map people with it. Again, same setup here: Flashbang, Semtex Trophy System, Flat Jacket, Tac Mask, and Ninja. So that's that class. Next one's going to be pretty much the exact same as the original class, so the attachments are exactly the same on this as they are on the other one, as they are with the Diamati. But this one is different in that I have a smoke because they're not GA'd on League Play, and this is quite useful for search and destroy. and brake in really difficult hills with a sub, and then engineer instead of tack mask, because for certain maps, for example, Moscow, P2 and P4 are very hard to break as a sub unless you go through rat or you push front, especially when they've got posted up with very good ARs. And you can't always rely on your teammates when you run solo on league play. So having that smokes just to throw it in, get close to the hard point, make your gunfights a lot less long distance. Um, and then obviously you've got engineer for taking out trophies and stuff, which is really helpful as a team player to have, so that you can communicate when you've destroyed trophies, so that your teammates can then follow on the hard point or the control with stuns and grenades. The final class I'm going to be showing you today is a GA'd class in the CDL tournament, but obviously on League Play, still not GA'd, not sure why. As you probably know, they GA'd the LC10 and the AK-47, which were classes I did have on this previously, and this sort of fills that sort of role. So this is, I haven't really changed this in a while, which is why I'm still using the 1911, and I don't often use it. I only really use this when someone else pulls out the M4, um, because it's still a broken gun. The Krig has had many buffs since, but the M4's fire rate is as mixed with the damage at close and long ranges is absolutely nuts. So I'm going to run through quickly attachments on that. But as I said, I don't really use this unless someone else pulls out the M4, and they're a good player, in which case the Krig's not usable, or the 74U can sometimes lose gunfights to the M4, even at close ranges, just because the M4 is super forgiving with its really high fire rate. So the attachments we're going to have on this are a Microflex LED, muzzle brake, 13.7 Ranger barrel, steady aim laser, field agent grip, 40 round magazine, airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock. That's all they are. That's all them there. If you want to screenshot that, that's absolutely fine. Again, with Flak Jacket, Assassin Ninja, exactly the same as the Krig class, but obviously with the M4 instead, and the 1911, but I would change that to the Diamatti. My other classes, obviously, I don't really use. Obviously, there's still something there I can't use. That's exactly the same as the one above. Another M4 class, I don't really know why that's there. And to be fair, this Bullfrog class I do tend to use as a troll. For S&D, it's quite fun to use it against, I don't know, lower skill teams or even high skill teams. To be fair, the Bullfrog is pretty decent. But if you get into a gunfight with someone who's competent with the 74U, you will probably lose the gunfight. But I'll actually run through the attachments on this while we're here. So the rest of the class is exactly this. I'd have it exactly the same as the 74U class. But the attachments on the Bullfrog are going to be the muzzle brake, extended barrel, the foregrip, Grew elastic wrap, and the KGB skeletal stock. There they are. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoy it. As I said, it's probably very similar to my other top 5 loadout videos, but obviously with the recent patch notes to League Play, it's changed a little bit, so I thought I'd just give you guys an update. And there's a couple of you who wanted to see it anyway, so I thought I'd do a quick video. So yeah, that's how it is. I will see you guys in the next video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in a bit.